Welcome back to this next lesson on CSS. We are going to be looking at internal CSS today. So I've got my Visual Studio open and I've got my File Explorer to the left hand side here, and as you can see I'm in my lesson 3 source code. So I need to create my HTML and I'm just calling that index and needs the extension of HTML. So there we go. So I'm just going to shut the File Explorer down, and then we need to put our basic start code in. So we need the dot type, and then we need our HTML element, which we place all our HTML code in. And then there are two childs of the HTML, and that is the head section and the body section, and we just need to include the title tab, and I'm just going to put CSS course. And then the other thing we need, and this is just because I just get used to writing the same things again, so we need the language, which this is being written in English, and then we just need two things inside. We use the meta tab, we'll set in the jar set to the UTF-8, which is standard. Close that off, and we just need to put another meta tag in to set the viewport and our content for our responsive website. So that is our default HTML setup, ready to rock and roll. And in our HTML document I'm going to simply put a paragraph tag, and simply in the content this is a paragraph of text. And then I'm going to file and save. Then in mine, because I've got the Open Live server running, and if you've got this then just click that again. So this, obviously the tag has been changed to CSS course, which we did in our HTML, and then we can see there this is our paragraph of text. Now inline CSS is when you actually go into the element and use the style attribute, and I'm just going to do that now, and then you can type your single lines of CSS in here. So we're using the color tag, and I'm going to set the color to red, and if I save that, you then can see in the browser that it's changed the text of our paragraph to red. And basically that is exactly what it's done. So because we've set the style attribute within the P element, and we've used our color property, and then we've used a colon, and then we've give it a value of red, and then we need at the end of our declaration we then use a semicolon. So we're changing the color to red, and that is what it is done. So this text in the content is what the color property will do. It will change the color of that text. So this is inline CSS because we have used the style attribute within the element. So if I just go ahead, and another element that has text is the headings, and I'm going to use the H1, and I'm just going to put CSS Lesson. So if I save that, that gets displayed in basic HTML format for the H1 tag. And again you can come into the H1 attributes, and again the same attribute, which is style, property is color. This time I'm going to use the value of blue with my semicolon. Save again, and then in the browser you can see that it's changed the CSS lesson to blue, which is exactly what we put in here. So we use the H1 element, we set the style attribute, and we use the property of color to change the text within the H1 content to the color of blue. Now if I just come down here and put another paragraph in, and simply put another paragraph of text, and I save that, you will see that it has displayed its contents in the default black. So with internal CSS, remember that unless you've put the style attribute in to that actual paragraph, it will not change from the default. So you've got to put and change the style for each paragraph for it to change to a different colour. So we'll just come in here and do colour green and save that. So it then changes your second paragraph in your code to the colour of green. So that is how you do inline CSS. Please hit that subscribe button, like and share to help support this channel.